Hi all and welcome back to a new episode of Throttle and Gear. So we are in the treasured fields in Kaziranga and we have quite a few things to show here. It is a big car and bike collection. And the first thing that I notice is the ticket counter. Above the ticket counter itself, you can see a big array of military helmets placed in a beautiful way. It is the theme of the whole museum. So first of all, I couldn't catch many of the car as video, and I captured some photos only, so I'll be explaining through the photos. So the first things that I saw are the Renault 2 CV on the left. You can see a side of that car on this photo, and in the on the middle green is the Fiat 500 Topolino. So the Topolino means the top can be opened up, and this 500 is the later model, which is a little more bigger than the usual 500 that we are used to. And this right end is the red color is the Austin Mini Cooper. Such a great car, made famous by none other than Mr. Bean. Then the next picture that I captured, you can see that on the left, that is the Morris 10 or the Hindustan 10. It was sold in India as the Hindustan 10 also. And to the second, which is the white and the blue car, that is the Austin A40 Devon. That's also, I think it was also sold as it was a part of the Hindustan Austin collaboration. On to the third car, the red and the black car, that is the Ford Prefect 1948. So these are the names which are given over there. So I'm not sure about if that's the period correct or the year is correct, but these are what the information that I could get from the museum. And the fourth one on the left, on the right, the blue color again is the Morris Minor. And onto that right, you can see a not common Premier Padmini. That's more of a common classic car nowadays. Then coming on to the next photo, that I captured, you can see an array of cars. From the left, you can see an Ambassador. There's a Premier Padmini. There's a Premier Padmini wagon. Such a cool car, Premier Padmini wagon. The next car, I'm not quite sure what that car is. What my research, there's no naming or nobody over there knows what that car is, but my research showed me that it might be a Standard and or a Morris, and even research showed me that it could be a Ford also. But it's kind of a mixed match car, but the interiors show a different story, the grille shows a different story, the outer light shows a different story. It's not quite sure what the car is. The next one is an Ambassador. Everybody knows it's the early model. I don't think it was quite called the Ambassador. It was Hindustan something else, and it has the suicide doors. Such a cool item. And to the right is the Standard 2000 or the Rover SD1. This Rover was rebranded to or re-engineered for India as a Standard, and it is inspired. Its looks are inspired from the Ferrari Daytona, and it has quite good looks. This is the next photo, and the next photo you can see a Jeep Grand Cherokee on the left. Towards the middle you can see a Land Rover Defender, and onto the side you can see the Willys Jeep. So this is like the two American off-roaders, and in the middle the British one is also standing. Such a cool sight. Coming to the right side, you can see two Mahindra Jeeps onto the left, Toyota Land Cruiser, the FJ. And onto the right, what my research found me is this is a Morris Oxford, but it has a wooden back panel. So it is a panel wagon with the wooden work. So I think this is on construction. Next photo you can see on the left is a Hillman Minx. That's the red color car. Onto the right, the second car from the left is a Skoda. Then you have the W114. Then you can see a Premier Padmini, a Volkswagen Beetle, and there's a Morris Minor also. And onto the front, if you see, you can see a Lambretta scooter, which is kind of half finished. There's no seat for that scooter, but it looks very good. The next thing is the Volkswagen bus, and this is in working condition. And such a cool EP wagon. What a sight. Now coming on to the bikes. You can see many of the bikes over here are under restoration. There's this is a BSA bike. This is a Rogue TVS. I don't know why they have kept this one over here. There is many Royal Enfields, BSAs, many World War bikes. This is a BSA. You might be familiar with the BSA bikes now as the 650 has come. Again, you can see an aerial bike on the left. This is the BSA again. There's some Honda bikes, Honda, some of the classic bikes. This scooter, this is a Royal Enfield scooter. and it has a gear shift system from front and back on the right. You can see some of the Hero Honda early scooters, the Kinetic Honda, there's the Bajaj Chetak, there's a Vespa, there's another Chetak. So and there are many cycles also over here. You can see an older rally cycle. Many of these cycles don't have brakes at all, meaning that you have to stop. You have to plan for stopping without brakes. The next bike you can see, this one, it's a Albon bike, and this bike, it looks very classic. It's very nice. This is a moped kind of bike. That bike on the yellow color, that moped, that's a Java. And on the left of that red, this is also a Java. The yellow on the right is also Java. These are all small kind of mopeds which look very funky, and I love the quirkiness of these bikes. This one especially caught my eye. It looks very good. Again, you have a Chetak. This is a Rajdoot. I'm so sorry. This is a Rajdoot. There's a Bajaj Super. This is the later version of a Chetak. There's a Impulse. That is a epitome of automotive in India. You have the iconic M80. Even now these things are alive. Again, you can see many of the bikes. There's a SD over here, 250 SD. I think this is a 250cc, yeah. And this is a classic Thunderbird, and you have some Royal Enfields there. Typical Royal Enfield things, yeah, classic Royal Enfield. The old 350 is there. It's a very beautiful bike. And you have some Rajdoots here. I don't think this is a Rajdoot, but these two are Rajdoots, and I wish they brought back these bikes. Like, it would be so cool to see. And we have some bikes over here which are more bigger. This is the Sunbeam bike, and it's a huge engine. See the engine on this bike, and it's very minimalist also. We have a World War II Norton bike. Oh my god, I wish these bikes could talk. There's a BSA World War II bike again. If these bikes could talk, there would be a lot of stories. Okay, now this is my favorite bike of the lot. This is the Honda CX500 Custom. And you know one thing? This bike, no, it doesn't run on belt, or this doesn't run with chains. It runs on shaft. See the instrument cluster? I think the Interceptor is copied. This one copied from the Interceptor. Yeah. And you can see a Royal Enfield exhaust on the BSA bike. I don't know why it is there. It's totally clueless about why it is there. This bike is the Norton. Now Norton is, I guess, currently owned by TVS. So now I understand why the TVS bike is here. Maybe TVS asked them to keep it there. Again, this bike is so amazing. Sunbeam. Oh my god, that's a Royal Enfield knee pad. Okay, the engine is so big. I think it's a single cylinder. Okay, now these are some photos that I want to show you guys. This is a rocket launcher. Can you believe it? This is some of the antiques which are kept in this museum. This is a gas mask. These are my favorite things I saw. Another thing I saw is this golf club kit, or whatever you call it. This was played by Kapil Dev when he had been to Kaziranga. He played in the golf park, or golf ring, or whatever you call it, with this club sticks. Another interesting thing that I found is this is the telegraph. First time seeing it. And cool thing, yeah, never seen this before. Another cool thing that I saw is this set, which consists of a calculator. This bottom right is the calculator, the blue one. The top rights are just typewriters, and to the left is a stereo. So that's all for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. This is my view on treasured wheels, and this is the second part. I hope to bring the rest of the part of the trip also. I'll be recording most of it. So 2 more videos will be there on this series. Thanks a lot for watching.